Welcome into Off the Bench, presented by All Star Toyota.
Ooh, you're scary.
We're bringing you the spookiest sports talk in town. With Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Terrifying and terrible.
Live from the haunted Raising Cane's studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Yo.
Hey! That was too professional.
What is happening?
I don't know. I looked at Flynn. He shrugged his shoulders like, I don't
Flynn missed
know.
his cue.
I'm like,
Huh?
You missed your cue.
well, we could do it, but.
No, the intro didn't have robot voice.
No.
Oh, no.
I
It
don't
had
like
it in
it.
yesterday.
I don't like
think-
it.
You don't like what?
It did have it yesterday.
There was
Yeah.
one day where it
I don't
didn't.
like
It was
the
just
new
this
one.
because I remember playing the piano.
Oh, no.
Tickling the ivories.
Robot
Yeah.
voice is elite.
All right. Well,
That's
I
what I'm
didn't know.
saying. I like the robot
All right.
voice better than I like big voice lady.
It's not even close.
I don't like it.
Yeah. Okay. Hello.
Hey, yo, what's
Hi.
up?
We'll go
Yo,
back.
hello.
Hey, whoa.
Sorry, really thrown off right there.
Okay.
The yo threw me off because it was a questionable yo.
It was. Oh, it was Ron Burgundy. I didn't know
Who put
what he
the
was
question
shrugging
mark
for.
Well,
in the
I
prompter
needed
for
to
Flynn.
get my displeasure out quick about the no robot voice.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
That's on
all
me.
good.
It's on me.
Hello. Hi.
Hello, man. What's going on?
Jake, Flynn, Alondra, Tate here with you on a Wednesday morning. Yeah, we were victorious last night in a flag football game. You can stop asking. We were. We won. 39-24 if you're keeping score at home. I don't something like that.
No big deal.
It's not even like the real victory wasn't in the scoreboard either. The real victory was in we could walk up the steps this morning.
Very true.
That
Now, it
is-
wasn't fast. It was not a fast pace.
Uh,
But, yeah, we won.
How many
Yeah, it's
tutters
not a
we
big
get?
deal.
do what?
How many tutters? How was the Flynn to Hester connection?
We had one in the back of the end
We
zone.
won the back of the end zone. We hit a couple more. I wouldn't say check downs over the middle of them.
Chain
I
movers.
tell you all the time. I tell you about when I watch this film of these people playing football, little tackle football. Fastest way to the end zone's over the middle, people. Stop throwing it to the sideline. Just pick them apart over the middle. They can't handle it. Oh, yeah. So we had this flag football game last night. It was coaches. So we had a little elite flag football yesterday. There was it was like the bye-week Pro Bowl for all the kids. So kids had all these fun competitions, tug-of-war, relay races, dodgeball, passing competitions. And then at the end, it was topped off with a little coaches game. A lot of people dusting off the old cleats. I didn't have cleats. But there were some dirty cleats out there for sure. Jake, you had the dirtiest of the cleats.
I did. So I went over to my boys in the equipment room. I was like, hey, I got this event. I don't own any cleats because I'm a 40-year-old washed up man. Okay. I don't have cleats anymore. I said, but I don't need new cleats.
Yeah, don't.
I said, if you give me new cleats, I'm going to have blisters, which is going to be worse than anything I pull tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have any old cleats? And you're right. They might have found the dirtiest pair that were in the
But they
equipment
found
room.
some.
But they found some,
They found
and they were
some.
12s.
So we go out there, we play a little flag football, and so there's a great cast of characters as coaches,
Yeah.
and some people that you see around town. You see at different jobs. You know these people. You never seen them in an athletic situation,
Right.
And so we're putting our jerseys on. We're looking at the team, looking at our team. I'm like, all right, I got no idea what we got. You know, you only got like 35 seconds after the last kids competition to get warmed up. I got 3 passes before. I think we jogged about 4 yards to warm up.
Yep.
That was about it. So you don't really know what you got. But then all of a sudden, the lights come on.
Yep.
You say Downset Hut. And these guys, unbeknownst to anybody, look like Team USA out there.
Thank you.
Both sides of the ball, just fast.
Yeah, that was
Making
some fast people out
plays.
there.
Hester, his stubby little bow legs can still move. But not just him. Not just the former pro athlete.
Yeah.
It's like we're just talking about pro dads,
Oh,
pro
dude,
businessmen.
our team,
out
Lance,
there.
Dustin, P. Cook,
My God.
out there balling. I was like, damn, y'all kind of fast.
I was like, what's going on here? Like I was
Cecil Collins still has it, in case you were wondering.
Yeah, if
He
anybody's
still got
wondering
it.
if he's
Oh my
got it,
God.
yep, sure
He
does.
still got it. That's fun.
It was a blast. At the end of the day, Cecil was like, "Hey, why aren't you throwing it to my son?" And I'm like, "Well, you're you're good."
Yeah, it's called matchups, bud.
Well, it's a compliment.
I was the thing that was most surprising is how well everyone caught the ball from you.
It was amazing.
Because you could still spin it. I'll give you like your first pass. I'm like, okay, all right, that old bastard still got it. All right. And the fact that they were catching it, that was the most impressive thing. And no broken fingers.
No broken fingers. Maybe a couple bruised chests out there.
There's some definite chests that are bruised today.
But they were like running seam routes and dig routes over the middle, post routes, and son of a gun, 0 drops for the team. 0 drops.
That's true. That's very true. All right. Are we paying for it this morning? Maybe so. But you know what? That's just the price of victory.
Did I leave the game yesterday with certainly a competitive high that I haven't felt in a while? I hadn't sprinted in 4 to 5 years.
I bet you didn't think you were going to yesterday either.
I bet I didn't. I did not. I did not think I was going to sprint. But when we started talking, you start competing a little bit, and you get a little pitch back from. I hit a spin move yesterday.
You did.
I tried to beat somebody to the edge. I don't know.
Yeah, we had someone on our team who had, certainly played like ancient athletes and had been in the game before. He's like, hey, just let you know, like laterals are kind of the name of the game. And I'm like, oh, you can do that?
We can lateral?
You can do that? Mm-hmm. And I'm glad he did. Like first pass I caught, I'm like, sure, let me lateral it back to somebody.
Yep.
But then Flynn got one, and I could tell that you weren't quite ready to go full speed, but you went full speed.
That's usually when things go pop, but they didn't.
It didn't.
But I was driving home, and I gotta say, I had thoughts of grandeur at that point. I was like, who do I need to call my former agent and give him a call to Team USA?
Oh, not even the NFL, like flag football.
Yeah, flag. Oh, yeah.
I actually,
We got the Olympics coming up. Why not?
we've always talked about the one sport that we played is the only sport you can't really represent your country.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you do, it's not really fair.
That's right.
Because Team USA were going all the way.
All the way.
So, flag football, Olympics, I think you still got it. I know that Mahomes and Lamar Jackson were interested in maybe taking part in the Olympics, but that's not what we need.
I'll out throw Lamar.
We need Flynn.
If the pitchbacks are the name of the game, Lamar's probably the best choice. Not Mahomes though.
Brian Bird just wants to know, can we put a mask on Flynn, a.k.a. Chad Powers, and have him walk on at LSU?
Yeah, sure.
You hadn't seen the new TV show?
Well, there's a lot of kids out there, playing 6, 7, 8 years. Look at that kid.
That's true.
Look at that kid in Kentucky.
Zach Calzada.
I was here on Earth and during COVID.
Yeah, that's true. But you did redshirt, though.
So
That's true.
that's only 5 years.
It's fair.
I at least get 2 more.
I wonder if I could go to the NCAA, and since I didn't redshirt, be like, y'all didn't give me. I still have a year to play with.
Yeah.
You want to fix the running game at LSU? Let a 41-year-old at that time walk on
Fullback.
and play fullback.
We got the answer, people. That's fun.
Just saying.
That's fun. Anywho, I think the only thing hurting today is my right foot. My right foot hurts a little bit.
Hey, but you know what?
We'll be all right by November.
The thing that doesn't hurt, that's the most important, your ego.
It's true. Sure doesn't.
Victorious, made some plays, felt a little bit of a competitive high, and then we could walk up the stairs and talk about it today.
I will say, though, both teams are winners.
I was impressed by
I was
a lot of
impressed by
people
both
out
teams.
there.
Honestly, it was legit. But yeah, the fact that we are here today and I'm not quite as sore that we got up the stairs. Good job.
Yeah.
Credit to ourselves.
And anybody that plays ancient athletes and you do that every single week, I tip my cap and I also ask you the question, how? How do you do that?
Maybe they run more than once a year.
I mean, gosh.
Like us.
And P. Cook said it perfectly. He said, you know what? You know what you quickly learn in a setting like this? Jogging and running are different.
Yeah, no doubt. I hit the treadmill up about 3-4 times a week. I even like do what I call sprints on the treadmill. It's like, I don't know, do like intervals at like 12 or something like that, which isn't like crazy. It's different. It's different when you're not on a treadmill and you're on grass and you have to project your body forward with your own legs going full speed with a grown man chasing you.
No matter how stubby or bow-legged they are, it's still the same.
Ooh, it's fun though.
It was fun.
Had a blast. The kids loved it.
Tate Alondra, if y'all want to take part next year, we can, I can pull some strings over at Elite, get y'all in the game.
I don't want Matt to ride the bench.
Ooh.
No, I'm totally kidding.
point.
Yeah, be fun.
Sure, why not?
Okay,
Yeah,
there you
down.
go. See, there you go.
I'd be
All
down
right.
to do it like this year.
Well, I'm gonna need about 4
No,
months.
y'all-
Yeah, we need about 4
got
months.
this.
Maybe spring. It was during the game. It was at
Soft.
halftime yesterday, and my two little
Soft
girls.
answer
My-
from both of y'all.
My tissues, soft tissues,
Yeah, that's soft tissue,
Struggling
soft
right
tissue
now.
answer right there. My two little girls go up to me at halftime, and I was exhausted, borderline about to puke, and they look so concerned, like, Daddy, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just playing this game. She said, but I thought you said you were never going to play football again. I was like, oh, yeah, this is a little different, baby.
Yeah. So shout out. That was a lot of fun. Elite put out.
Shout out Elite.
It was a great event. Pro Bowl. You had every team out there with their jerseys, and you had different events, and then it ended with a geriatric flag football game, which was a lot of fun. So
The kiddos are great,
EliteTrainingPR.com. All right, we'll step away. We'll come back. We'll certainly dive into all the biggest stories, LSU, Saints, and we'll do it right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to PelicanRoof.com, website for Pelican Roofing in Lafayette, in Baton Rouge. They are always going to be there for you. Now, when you go to the website, one very cool thing that they've got going on right now, click on the community tab. And then once you do, it's going to pull up the Veterans Roof Giveaway. Just another incredible thing. Remember, they did this Mother's Day. This one, Veterans Roof Giveaway. So you click on that tab. It kind of gives you all the information. You can nominate a veteran right there on the website. So go check that out today. It is at PelicanRoof.com.
Yeah, that is a pretty awesome event. So go check that out. But if you just if you need a project on your roof, if you need a new roof, if you're building a house, whatever it is, they got offices in Lafayette, offices in Baton Rouge, and they will dedicate a project manager specifically to your job. The best roofing company in Louisiana. Give them a call today. Go see them at their website, PelicanRoof.com.
The remarkable, so deaf remix. J.E. y'all.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
And me, yeah, I know my name. Come on.
First of all, I know these so-called players wouldn't tell you this,
What?
but I'ma be real and say what's on my heart.
Yeah.
Let's take this chance and make this love feel relevant. Didn't you know I loved you from the start? Yeah. When I think about all the years we put in this relationship.
All right, we're back. I'm just enjoying the
We
song.
make it this far.
Let it
Is that a
breathe a little bit.
remix?
It is.
It's almost like a trap version.
Let's Get Married remix.
Let's see if we can find the Let's Get Married trap version.
I mean, every song's got a trap song. We found out Disney Frozen has a trap song.
I mean, that's the obvious one. The trap.
According to whom?
To Zed and Hemingway Flynn, for sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you make them listen to the trap versions in the
No,
car?
actually, no, I don't. I should. That's a good thought. Thank you. Thanks for the reminder.
Did Jagged Edge find its way to Tyler, Texas?
Jagged
Back in
Edge
there?
did.
Okay, good.
Not this remix, though.
Really? Okay. So introducing you to
We stuck to the classics.
radio station didn't have the B-side. Couldn't flip it. I got you.
I mean, this had to come out 15 years after the original. This remix.
Nah, bro.
Is this the dance remix?
In high school, definitely for sure. All right, let's go ahead and get this show started.
It's time to get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
All right, go to goflowiv.com, G-E-A-U-X, flowiv.com, goflowiv. You see it behind us, 225-953-8150 is the number. Go ahead, go see them. You've got LSU in action this weekend, so you're going to be outside, going to be tailgating, going to be hot, going to be humid, right? Go ahead and make sure you are hydrated and ready to go. And let's say, hey, maybe, just maybe, you enjoy an LSU victory, maybe a little too much.
Mm-hmm. Or just write them out.
And Monday's right around the corner, and you're like, I need to feel a little bit better.
Yep.
Well, you can go see them for that situation as well. GoFlowIV.com.
Yeah, be a little proactive. Maybe go there Friday, a little hydrate before you dehydrate a little bit. If you go in there today, don't be surprised if you see two former old people athletes getting rehydrated after a old people flag football game last night. Go check them out right there, Jefferson Highway, near Bocage. Go Flow IV Spa.
Say right there, right now.
Right there. Go see them.
All right, LSU, South Carolina coming up this weekend inside of Tiger Stadium. LSU a 9.5-point favorite in this game. ESPN matchup predictor gives them a 73% chance to win. South Carolina is a team that's been up and down. There's been some good, there's been some bad, there's been some ugly. Okay, but we know that they're coming off of a bye week as well. We know that Lenore Sellers not as polished as maybe a lot of people thought in the preseason, but still can go out there and can make plays, can make chaotic plays, right, when there's chaos around him. But more than any of that, I think we're all looking forward to seeing what LSU do during the bye week. What did they get done during the bye week? What's the health of some of their best players after the bye week? But like the health part, obviously very important. Got to get on the field. But once you get on said field, what is it going to look like? I think there is pressure, which there should be, on the LSU run game. There has to be things that, hey, we hadn't seen that, or we hadn't seen enough of that, or whatever the case might be. And you're not a team, I think we all know this, it's going to be able to line up and do the things that you've done to this point and be effective. Now, also, like, calling the runs and when you call the runs and how many runs you call, like, that's a part of it as well. You had some success late in the game with Harlan Berry running it against Ole Miss. But for me, more than anything that's going to be taking place this weekend, more than who's on the field, more than anything on the defense, I want to see what you did to improve the run game with the extra time.
If you are a former high school football player, maybe a former high school coach, a current coach, if you were just a lover of old school zone running plays, can I tell you, this is the game for you. Because I thought LSU ran the most standard inside zone a lot until I watched the last 3 games of South Carolina. And my God, there might be a combination of 60 running plays this week in LSU versus South Carolina, and I think 58 of them might be inside zone. Because they ran it every single run play. Now, and it wasn't even just zone read with Lenore Sellers. Now, they run zone read a little bit here and there. But my God, it's a lot of inside zone. I don't know if I saw them. They pulled a center and a guard one time on one of the plays. But everything they do looks a lot like LSU, which is inside zone. Now, they have less RPO on top of it. I don't know if I saw any RPO, really. They hit a couple behind the line of scrimmage screens, but I don't even think it was an RPO. I think it was just a called screen. But man, this is the game for you. But just like you said, like what have they done? What did they spend that extra time doing?
Yeah.
Now when you have that extra week, you self-evaluate. So you go and you self-evaluate. Okay, what have we done good? What have we done bad? What is realistic for us to change at this point? Because we can't make like a full scale change of everything. We can't tear anything down to the studs, and you don't need to. But what can we realistically tweak? What can we realistically coach a little different? How, as a player, can I realistically change my footwork or change my hand placement? change my reads, whatever it is.
Yeah.
What can you realistically get done? Because in reality, it's a week seems like a long time, but after you get it like an extra day off, you get a treatment day. I mean, you're looking at 4 or 5 days of extra work, right? So, what can you get done? That's going to be the key point. Philosophically, is anything going to change or be adjusted in the running game, which I'm super intrigued on, of course, watching it live, but more so than that, just going back and watching the film afterwards to kind of give an actual breakdown of kind of what we did philosophically. But, man, this is a South Carolina team that they're 3-2. So, let's see. They started out the year. They opened up with Virginia Tech. They get a win. 24.
Very clunky.
Yeah, clunky. No, it wasn't a pretty
Ugly,
game.
yeah.
Then they stay at home. They play South Carolina State. They get a win 38-10. Then they play Vanderbilt. They lose to Vanderbilt 31-7 in a game which Lenore Sellers in the second quarter gets knocked out with a concussion. Gets a little concussed. A little brain bruise. So they lose that game 31-7. Vanderbilt did some pretty decent things defensively. I got a couple of clips from the Vanderbilt defense that I'll show a little bit later in the show. It reminded me of some things that LSU has done to different quarterbacks. Not Ole Miss, because Ole Miss went so fast we couldn't get into a lot of creative looks. But when you go back and look at the Clemson tape, what did we do to Cade Klubnik? So I look at that defensive philosophy that Blake Baker brought to that game as kind of a blueprint to what we will see this weekend, just because of similar play styles from those quarterbacks. And similar types of offenses, right? So I will show some clips from Vanderbilt where they confused the protection. They confused Lenore Sellers a little bit and got home. And so, of course, and that was before he got knocked out. But, yeah, so they lose that game 31-7. Then they come back at Missouri, their first road test on September 20th at Missouri. They lose 29-20, which was actually Lenore Sellers' best game.
Yeah.
He was actually He played well, made some good throws, threw in rhythm. Now there's some bad plays that he made. I was actually charting the good plays. I charted really good plays in the passing game that he made. I counted 12 really good plays. Bad plays, I counted 7. So he still has to clean up a decent amount of things, but he made some very nice throws. Kentucky, they win this game 35-13. This was their last game before their bye week. 35-13. I wasn't impressed with this game. Kentucky had a backup quarterback playing that game.
I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. Their starting quarterback's a backup quarterback.
Right.
So, and he's a backup to the backup.
Yep. And he's about a year younger than me, I think.
Maybe 2.
Yeah, maybe 2. I got some clips of that game as well. I didn't think he played that great in this game. His I'm talking about Lenore Sellers here.
Right.
His footwork was off. He was real. He had happy feet. Nothing was none of his reads and his routes timed up with his footwork. So what happens when, why does that happen? So normally in a 3-step drop, you're like, all right, let's just take I'm 3 steps and I hit my back foot. I got my first read. I'm going to throw that in rhythm. If he's not open, I take a hitch and I'm out to my first read. And if I have to go to a second or third hitch, I'm at my second read, third read. He was just pitter patter, nothing timed up with his footwork. Right. And so that's when I look at a quarterback. I'm like, all right, you're not either comfortable with the game plan, you're not comfortable with the looks you're seeing, or you're hoping to see an open guy and really looking for a lane to run.
Yeah,
that's really what else. So I was not really impressed with his gameplay. Now he made the plays. He is big boy strong.
Yeah.
If you get your mitts on him, you better get him down. Yeah. Because he's gonna fight, and he makes plays like that. He can turn a bad quarterback play into a positive offensive play because he's just so darn strong.
Yeah.
So when you get your mitts on him, you better get him down, and you can get him down, but he'll make some plays, and he'll do it Saturday. You're just gonna
he's gonna have plays.
Yeah, you're just gonna shake your head and be like, yeah, well, he got us on that one.
Yeah.
But South Carolina as a whole, I get why we were 9.5 points. When I first saw that line after LSU versus Ole Miss game and all that, we didn't think Ole Miss's defense was very good. Their run defense wasn't very good, but they stopped us. I saw that 9.5 points, and I was like, that's kind of big, right?
Yeah.
But now after watching the film, I get it. I see it. I don't think from top to bottom. I don't think they have the playmakers. I don't think they have the route runners to benefit a quarterback, Lenore Sellers. They don't have on the back end. They play aggressively on the defensive side of the ball. They like to play aggressive. I don't think they got the talent everywhere. Now they got some good players. Their defensive line, they can go get it. They play with high energy. Offensively, I just don't think they got enough pieces. And after I saw that game against Vanderbilt, how they got confused by a lot of non-standard looks that I know that Blake Baker's got in his back pocket, I feel pretty decent about this one.
Yeah, it's a great point there at the very end about the weapons. They don't have those right now, and Lenore Sellers can make a lot of ooh and ah plays, but with the lack of help that he gets from some of the weapons around him, the inconsistencies start to show up because he probably feels like he needs to press.
Yeah,
he probably feels like he's having to do everything because at times it does look like that.
Well, you got some like receivers running routes for South Carolina, and I'm like, I don't know what that route really is supposed to be.
Hard to define.
And like they get to the top of the route and they just kind of like turn around. They don't get their head around. They backpedal. They drift into routes. They drift into other route runners' lanes. Like it just looks a little sloppy.
Right.
And the reads aren't real clean always for Lenore's.
And their rushing attack right now, they have 172 rushes on the year, 499 yards. Don't get your calculator out. I got you. That's 2.9 yards.
How many of those are
per carry as a team? Their leading rushers are both one's right at 4 yards a carry. Their second leading rusher at 3.7. Now, Lenore Sellers' sack yardage, he's 2.0, but even like go down to the third running back, he's 2.7 per carry. So they have had no juice at the running back position, nobody that has been a game changer for them. This should be a really, really nice matchup for the LSU defense.
That's what happens when you run inside zone.
I know.
I'd like to get their percentages on that. And maybe they ran some stuff earlier in the year, but from the games I saw, it was all inside zone. And then they do like an inside with a split zone where the tight end goes and cuts off backside.
Hey, you know what? Let's tease that.
Oh, you want to tease?
When we come
who
back,
runs more zone? LSU.
We'll look at who
South
runs
Carolina.
more zone between these two teams, and we'll do it right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
It'll be fun.
Will it?
I'm excited.
RussellPools.com is the website for Russell Pool Company. Truly that one-stop shop, construction, maintenance. You can go there for your retail as well. And we always encourage you to go to the website because you can check out the financing options. You certainly can check out the gallery of work that they've done here in the greater Baton Rouge area. And when I say you're going to be blown away, like go check out all the things they can do for you as far as a custom pool. They've been doing this since 1964. Okay, so they have done every kind of pool you can imagine. But then when you imagine your pool, guess what? They can do that as well. Go to RussellPools.com.
That's right. Russell Pools, the name that you think of when you think of high quality custom pools now, they can do anything. They can, if you want a square pool, they can do that. The best square pool you ever seen. But if you want lazy river, you want a water feature, one of those little water squirters, pew pew. You want a fire feature? Can I get a hot tub? Whatever you need, go to RussellPools.com.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in OTB here on this Wednesday morning. Before we blow your mind with how many zones South Carolina and LSU have run this year, want to remind you about K to Z Blinds and KTZBlinds.com, KTOZBlinds.com, K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living in Baton Rouge, in Lafayette, on the North Shore. They can help you out, but we say it all the time because it is factual. Wherever you are listening to us here in Louisiana, give them a call. likelihood that they're going to be able to help you out even in North Louisiana, interior and outdoor living. And sometimes it can be both. That's what they've done for me. I actually have them coming out to the house this week for another project because I know they're going to do the best work. I know they're always going to be on time. And I know, like, no matter what it is, they're going to be able to make sure it gets done the first time. Go to KZBlinds.com.
Thinking about doing the motorized shades.
Yeah.
Got a little project potentially popping up at the Flynn household.
It is
The
a
zh-
game changer.
That's what you.
It's not even really that loud.
No, it's not even loud at all.
Nope.
Not the ones at K to Z.
Nope. If you want to watch Sunday without a glare on your TV, got to turn it into a little cave. Get you one of those outdoor screens.
Oh, yeah. And they are gritty. Confirmed.
All right, let's take a look at it. The tail of the tape. All right, so run plays for LSU, 142. For South Carolina, 139. Outside zones for LSU, 52, which is 37%. For South Carolina, 10 outside zones, 7% of their run plays. Inside zone for LSU, it's 32, which is 23% of their run plays. For South Carolina, it is 42, which is 30% of their run plays. Some sort of a man scheme. You've got 32 runs for LSU, 23%, 18 for South Carolina, which is 13%.
What does a man scheme run mean? I don't know if I've ever heard of a man scheme run.
I'm thinking that they're
It's a
talking
zone.
duo is what I think that they're classifying that because you got 2-on-2 and they're going to certain. That's what I'm going to guess.
Yep.
You go to power. 0. Not a
Is it still 0 after the bye week?
god dang one for LSU. 17 for South Carolina, which is 12% of their run plays.
I didn't see one.
Counters, 10 for LSU, which is 7% of their run plays. 31 for South Carolina, which is 22% of their run plays. Q counters, I'm assuming with Lenore Sellers
Maybe.
is where they probably would get that number. Then you got like a lot of like draws. LSU's run 1, South Carolina's run 2. Let's see, pull leads. LSU hasn't run any of those either. 10 for South Carolina. Traps. LSU hasn't run any of those yet either. South Carolina's got a couple. So
I wonder what they consider zone reads. I wonder if that's what they call man principles.
I can get some more clarification on it.
Yeah.
I'll text the PFF guy. See if you can get it. I'm betting they throw duo in there as well. Just my guess. Just watching LSU's tape and knowing that that's certainly, if it's not inside or outside zone, that's what they've run.
The duo is just zone in the A gaps, right?
Yeah. So you got 2 double teams. Yeah.
Yeah. So like zone is basically inside zone is basically like a B gap, maybe bounce to C.
Yeah.
Outside zone is C to D. Depends if like a stretch in an outside zone is a little bit different, right?
A little bit.
Not a lot, but a little bit.
Track's a little bit different for the back.
Duo is zone in the A gap, right?
Yeah, you're reading off the 2 double teams. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A lot of times it cuts behind one of the double teams.
Was duo ever like 0? A 0 hole? Like your aiming point was a center, or was it
No.
like off the cheek of a center?
Yeah, I mean you still have like zone principle steps.
Yeah.
You know, you're not like it's not a drop step like a power. A power is a drop step because you're going A gap to expand.
Yeah. I know, just your landmark though. Like your aiming point. You're
I would say it's a little bit wider than you think.
Okay.
You're thinking
I'm just really trying to figure out the difference between duo and a zone.
Oh, I can show you. Pull it up during one of the breaks, and we'll break it down. But the more troublesome thing, I think, when I see this is there's some run plays that you have 0, 0, 0.
Mm-hmm.
My thought in the run game's always been if you don't do something incredibly well, you continue to do things until you find something you do well. Because if you continue to run the same thing and you're not hitting hay, well, you got to move on from it. Like everybody jokes about how much we used to run power and toss dive. Now, toss dive wasn't really a thing when we were here. It was more horn ball, so it was a toss play that was not going to be a full like toss get to the edge, but you were going to read it, and a lot of times
Now we
horn
had
balls would
we
cut
had
inside.
power 9 toss.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like
It wasn't the
it wasn't
focal point of the
focal
offense.
point of the offense like it would have been years later.
So we did that really well. So that's why we did it a lot. We ran zone extra. Zone extra was a run where it was an I formation and you had a fullback in front of you. And the fullback, his coaching point was read it like you've got the ball. And we had Quinn Johnson and Sean Jordan did a really nice job of running that play. Both, high school running backs, and they could read it. Now, Sean, I thought that was like really where he excelled. Like that was his best play. And so he would read it like he had the ball. If there was a cutback, he'd cut it back, and then the running back would follow him. He's the extra in the zone extra. So we ran that a ton. Why? Because we were good at it. If there was something we weren't good at, we didn't do a whole lot of it. We moved on to the next one. So,
but you didn't have to do the other things because you had an identity in the running game that you were really good at. If there's no identity, what Jake's trying to say is if you got no identity, you might as well try some other things and try to figure out what you're good at.
Yeah.
You probably have an idea. You have to have an idea that you don't think your strength in the run game is power based on spring practice, based on training camp. You're like, we're just not great at running power. It doesn't fit with what we're trying to do offensively with the RPO game, blah, blah, blah. Because like a power, it's hard to run power a little bit more in the RPO game because it's not this most sound pass protection, of course, especially if you're trying to run 3-step timings behind it. And in power, you have to so the point of power is why we think that a play like that should be implemented into the game is because LSU's getting beat on a lot of stunts in games by the defensive linemen. So how do you defend zone? Well, you cross your defensive tackles and your defensive ends. You try to get the defensive tackles to engage the guard and loop a defensive end behind it.
Yeah.
You do a lot of stuff. It's almost like the same philosophies as like a pass rush. You're trying to fill the gaps, fill the voids, and you have your defensive line play laterally. They don't get up the field. They play laterally and play big boy ball. And it just makes it hard for you don't have a lot of daylight in between each offensive lineman. So what does a power type play do? It eliminates the good part of defensive doing that. So it takes that out. So you get your tackle and your tight end, and basically they just wash down the side. Yeah. They just push everybody down, and then you have a guard that's pulling around. So it doesn't matter if they do the ETs and the stunts and the crosses from the defensive linemen and defensive ends because instead of trying to work up the field like in a zone, instead of the linemen having to work up at the second level, all their job is to kick some butt and wash people down and let your pullers come around and go to the second level.
Down, and around.
So it doesn't matter what kind of game. So that's why you need to throw those in because if you throw those into the game and all of a sudden a defensive coordinator sees 4 or 5 powers, they're like, okay, well, we can't run those defensive end, defensive tackle games right now to defend the zone because we could get powered and just get washed down. So you have to be versatile. You have to throw different looks so you make it tough on the defensive coordinator.
And it doesn't have to be perfect when you're doing that. I mean, because it's like you just get like a shoulder and you just barely knock the defensive guy off his track, and it's like that's all I need.
And that's the big issue that I've seen on the running game this year is everything is trying to get to the exact perfect play, the exact perfect call from the offensive lineman. Yeah. Like they're there communicating, and you have to communicate as an offense. It's not just like football is a lot of like brute and meathead stuff, but there's a lot of communication. There's a lot of rules to every single play. The same run play might not look the same 5 different plays in a row because different defensive looks. They're always communicating on their assignments. I think they've been over communicating. I think they need to decomplicate it a little bit, make it a little bit more simple, and let those guys just go put their head in somebody's chest. Yeah,
real quick, last point. I know we are up against the clock. Let's go back to duo real quick. I know it looks like inside zone. It does. It's got a lot of the same look to it, but it's actually like it's a man gap rule. And so, like in theory, right, it's supposed to be a vertical power style run, and you don't have pullers obviously in it. And so, like, zone's a little bit more side to side, where duo is supposed to be vertical.
Yep.
Like, that's supposed to be it. But with that being said, when you go vertical, you got to go vertical with authority.
Yeah.
Like, that's another part of it.
Yep.
Like, duo can't be passive. Like, again, it's like man gap. It looks like zone. I get that. Running back does a lot of the same steps and stuff, but it's supposed to be like an interior gap run scheme.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, if you're still, like, just kind of holding point a little bit, holding point over here, it's like you're not cleaning it up for the running back. So, like, even that, I'd rather you go fast. And even if you're not perfect, if you're wrong, let's say the defensive player tries to go outside of the double team. That's fine. That's now my guy. I've got to get to where I need to get to faster than he can get to me, because you're going like a bat out of hell with bad intentions, vertical. And then that's what I'm reading. And so, like, even that play, technically, the man scheme part of you, like, well, you got to get your man. No, just clean it up for me. Just go fast and clean it up for me. I'm not saying that's going to work every time, but it's going to give me 4 yards.
Yep.
And right now, 4 yards is good.
It's a mindset.
So, all right, we'll take a break. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to centralplumbing.org. Remember, not only in Central, but the entire greater Baton Rouge area, we are talking to you. Also, 24/7 emergency service. Well, that means 365 weekend, holiday, game day, does not matter. 225-925-8552. If you've got an emergency, they're always going to be there to help you. Now, it's not the only thing that they do. If you're looking to remodel at your home, at your business, they have certainly got you covered there, no matter if it's just, hey, I want a new vanity, or hey, I just need maybe some new tile. If you want just a complete makeover, like, they can do all of that, anything in between. Go to their website today. That is centralplumbing.org.
That's right, Central Plumbing, centralplumbing.org. You're experts in the plumbing game, man. They have been crushing the plumbing game for a long time. The Payne family, they are the experts. So if you got a project, whether it's residential, whether it's commercial, whether it's a new build, or you just renovating a little powder room, whatever it is, give them a call or go see them, centralplumbing.org.
Seven champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back in OTB Wednesday morning. At some point today, certainly want to go across the football, start to break down some of the coverages and different things that South Carolina does. They will throw cover zero at you. Now, I'm not saying it's 30% of the time, but they will do it a handful of times. Matt told you earlier in the week, they love to be aggressive, play zero, play cover one. Now, it's funny, like, they're a team that it's either very conservative or very aggressive. Like, it's like you're getting quarters or you're getting 0 or 1.
Yeah, I mean, they're real advantageous. It seems like their defense coordinator is a real advantageous guy. He is going to develop a game plan around what the offense is giving them. And so they ran 0 and when they played Kentucky a lot. Kentucky had a backup quarterback. They were running the ball probably at the first half, probably 80% of the plays. Kentucky was running the ball. They just loaded the box, so everything looked like cover zero. So that probably skews the stats for the year. But, like, you can tell, if there's a weakness that he believes an offense has, he's going to go try to exploit it. So what has a weakness been for LSU? I mean, of course, Garrett getting the ball down the field.
Yeah.
You're saying the running game.
Okay.
So I would say that they're going to come out and play some shell and dare.
I was about to say, too high safety, you probably look more against LSU.
If I had to predict it, that's how I would come out against LSU. Right. 2 high safeties, maybe run cover 3. If you're going to throw single high, I wouldn't throw him. I wouldn't throw that safety directly in the box. He can kind of play that area and fill up if
cover 3, 23.5% of the time, quarters 26.1.
Like that coordinator, if he feels you can't throw it, like they would play quarters sometimes. But their safeties were like 6-7 yards. So it looked like zero.
Yeah.
Like it was very disrespectful. They were just daring the guy to throw it, and he just couldn't do it.
I would assume they're going to come out and they're going to play shell, and they're going to be like, I dare you to run the football.
Show me.
Show me you've done it.
Show me you've done it. Show me what you did this past week.
I would fully expect that to be the plan for them. And again, like Matt's right, like they are going to kind of base off what do you do well, what do you not do well, and that's what we're going to play, and that's what you see, because like the Kentucky game doesn't look anything like the Missouri game.
Yeah. And I know he does like to play press man on the outside. He likes to let his corners get freed up. I watched when I was watching Clemson earlier this year, the Clemson game last year. I was super impressed with South Carolina's defense. They were like, you know what? I don't care how good you are. We're going to play man to man, and we're going to D your guys up. And I'll be darned if they didn't do it. Oh, Clemson made some good plays, but I could tell that was their philosophy. They were going to play man. They were going to press. But that's what they felt was advantageous. They had to stop the run, so they were putting people in that box. With LSU, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I don't think you got to worry about it, at least to start with.
Oh, yeah. They definitely would have to prove to me that you've done some changes and shored up some things in the run game for me to pay respect to it. All right, we'll be back. Hour number 2, OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, so, we like to talk about teams that do things the right way here on OTB, and that's exactly what the folks over at Pala are all about. From construction, maintenance, fabrication to field services, they've been building big things here in Louisiana and across the Gulf Coast for over 50 years. So whether it's industrial strength or community pride, nobody works harder than Team Pala. So if you want to get it done safely, on time, and built to last, visit palagroup.com and see why they are the trusted name in the game. Again, that website is palagroup.com. Proud supporters of hard work, teamwork, just like we talk about every day right here on OTB.
That's right. We like to be partnered up with champions. And Pala Industrial Construction, yeah, they're champions of being a great business, being safe. 2024 recognized by the Baton Rouge Business for 2024 Cover of the Year, ABC Excellence Awards, Gabria 2024 Safety Excellence Award. Go visit them right now, palagroup.com.